Today we are at the retreat at Norman Farm in Hendersonville, Tennessee, checking out this Rowan floor plan. Make sure you stick around because I want to point something out to you guys about this backyard, as well as explore the storage space that is available in this home. Now, this right here is elevation number 3 for the Rowan. There are 5 different elevations total that you can choose from, but this home in specific is actually already under contract to be purchased. But I wanted to give you guys a sense of what this floor plan looks like if you are considering moving to this area versus all the others that I'm going to be featuring on this channel as well. They have 8 floor plans in total, and the Rowan is actually the second largest of all of them, right behind the Rushmore, which I also toured on this channel, the model home that they have available here, which is a really beautiful home, by the way. It's almost like 2 homes smashed into one, whereas this one is very much not that, but it is still the second largest. It comes in at 2,944 square feet, whereas the Rushmore comes in at just over 3,400 square feet. Now, I should mention real quick that my name is Darren A. Wilson. I'm a realtor here in the greater Nashville, Tennessee area. I love helping people through the new construction process. And if you want to get my free guide to Nashville new builds, the 5 costly mistakes that all buyers should avoid, you can do that right here by scanning the QR code or getting it down in the top link in the description below. Now, as you can see here, you do have a 2-car garage. This home that we're walking through today still has a bit of cleaning up to do. As you can see, some of the mirrors in the bathrooms and whatnot aren't put in yet, so there still is a couple things that has to be completed on this home, so just sort of be warned as we walk through it. Might be a couple things that kind of look like they're not done yet. Now, one note that I wanted to make is that this downstairs to this home, if you're having one of these built from scratch, there's actually 2 other options that you can choose that really change, particularly the front of the house, but really the whole first floor quite a bit. You do have this mudroom right here, as you can see on the right across from the laundry room. And when we first walked in, we saw the dining room area. Well, one of those options that you can make is to turn that dining room area into a bedroom. And if that is the case, then that also gets a full bath ensuite. Right there. It sort of changes the location of this utility room, laundry room right here, and that powder room that we saw when we walked in goes away. Alternatively, you can also have it turned into a study, which sort of relocates that powder room as well as to sort of where the utility room is, and both those options completely eliminate this butler's pantry that we have right here next to the kitchen. So if you want this butler's pantry, this sort of standard floor plan for the Rowan is the one you want to go with because the other 2 options that you have for this downstairs are not going to make that available. However, if you do want an additional bedroom, that would be a great guest room to have right there in this section that we're looking at right here, which is the dining room in this particular home. That can be turned in either to a bedroom or a study. And that bathroom, that full bath, would be like right where we're standing right now. So those are a couple of options that you have. Here we do have the pantry. And the option that you have with the study too, I should also mention that basically that spot we were just standing in becomes the laundry room, utility room as well. You can check out the floor plans on the Jones Company and Castlerock's website for the retreat at Norman Farms so that you can sort of get a better idea of exactly what those options are. Now look at this kitchen. This is a huge kitchen island right here. You have this like triangle shape as you just saw, which is really cool. This is a great spot for entertaining, especially after you just move into a home. You want to have people over. Man, that's a lot of fun. Gas top range. You have Frigidaire appliances throughout this kitchen right here, and plenty of cabinet space as well as drawer space. Now, one thing I should mention is if you do choose to have one of those structural options done to the front half of the first floor there, this back half of the first floor stays the same. So you're still going to have the same size kitchen, you're still going to have the same size great room and dining area over here as well. So no worries about that. Now, I want to take just a moment here to talk a little bit about the builder, which is the Jones Company. But the Jones Company was recently bought out by another company called Castlerock Communities. Now, the Jones Company was basically just a Nashville area builder, but they were recently purchased, like I said, by Castlerock, who builds also in Texas and Arizona. So if you're coming here from Illinois, California, New York, or wherever it is that you're coming from, you may not be familiar with this company, and you're probably saying, is this, somebody that I should trust? Well, the Jones Company has done a great job here in Nashville, and like I said, the Castlerock has sort of taken over what they're doing here, and they're still doing it under the brand of the Jones Company. But once they finish the neighborhoods that they're currently building in, they're just going forward as Castlerock Communities, so it's not going to be a thing anymore. So this is kind of new territory as far as, us here in the Nashville area dealing with this builder. I've had good experiences with, the people in the office there, so I've got good things to say so far, but we'll sort of see how different the process might be compared to what the Jones Company was doing before. Now, here we are in the backyard. I wanted to make a couple notes about this. Take a look at the angle of that fence right there. As you can see, this home is definitely located on an angle. There you have the termination cap for the gas fireplace inside the home. But, what does that mean for runoff, okay, when it rains? As you can see, you have this hill here. Now, halfway up this hill, you have what looks like a drainage ditch, okay, which is, likely going to be an easement that's on your plat map that you'd want to, figure that out before you got into this home where the easements are at. You'll notice I'm going to walk up here in a second. You can see there's a little bit of a dip in the hill, which they must have created on their own in order to make sure that if there is an excessive amount of rain, that it's all not necessarily going straight onto the homes down there. Now, hopefully that works, but it is always a good idea to at least make sure that you understand that is, something that could potentially be an issue with runoff. This home looks like it's been, it's a little bit up off the ground here with that brick. As you can see, it's not like it's right there flat on the ground, but either way, you want to be aware of that because you don't ever want to have a flooding issue. Likewise, you also want to make sure that you are aware of any easements that may be on the property, whether it's a transformer or a cable box, whether there's something there right now or not. There may be in the future, just something you want to know before you get under contract. Now, here we are in the primary bedroom on the first floor. So if that is something that is a necessity for you, this is a great option here in the Rowan. You do have a slightly raised ceiling, but no ceiling fan or anything like that in this home, but that is certainly something that you can have put in your design options. Does feature dual vanities. Obviously the mirrors are not in here yet. You'll notice that throughout this home you have a soaking tub right here and a stand-in shower. Don't be surprised if when you're in a new construction home you see dust or you see things that aren't complete. It's new construction, so that's going to happen. These things are always going to be completed and cleaned before you get into it. And if they're not, you got to make sure that you have your agent walk through this before it closes and do a blue tape walkthrough. Make sure you get any scratches or anything that might be on the walls that may have been damaged during the construction process. Sometimes it's just little scuff marks and whatnot, but just make sure that, usually the builder will do a blue tape walkthrough, but it's worth it to have your agent do one as well, just to ensure that there aren't any surprises when you actually move into the home. Now, this bathroom here, as you can see, does have a linen closet located right here in the water closet, and it also features a full walk-in closet as well. There is a decent amount of storage space and spots to put stuff. in this home, as you will see. We're going to talk about that more later on as we get into that other storage space, which is located upstairs. But just to give you an idea, here you go. We have the walk-in closet for the primary bedroom right here. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about a little bit when it comes to Norman Farm in general are the amenities here. So this neighborhood, we've talked a little bit before too, it's basically right across the street from Durham Farms, but it's not going to have the same style of like resort amenities that you have over there. If you're looking for something like that, that's not Durham Farms, your best bet is probably a neighborhood like Millstone. But Norman Farm, the retreat at Norman Farm, I should say, it's still got a lot of really great things about it. First off, you have the sidewalks all throughout, you have underground utilities, and then you also have Norman Lake, which you can paddleboard on, you can fish on, you can also kayak on as well. And they also have a playground that they have built, which is sort of centrally located in this neighborhood as well. The HOA fee here at Norman Farm for this type of home is only $92 a month, which is really not bad, especially for a new construction neighborhood. Now here we are checking out the storage space that we previewed towards the beginning of the video. This is unfinished. As you can see, you can also check out some of the guts of the home over here as well. There is also an additional storage space. There is an attic, which we will see in just a minute here, as well as another small closet off the bonus room here, which does feature a raised ceiling, as you can see. Now, I wanted to mention something about the structure of this second floor, in that there is an option to put an additional bathroom up here. So this home actually does feature that. So the base price version of this home only has a single bathroom upstairs to service 3 different bedrooms. Okay. Now, that may be an issue for you, in which case you can have that second bathroom added. But didn't really talk about this too much earlier in the video. We did show the price of the home, which is $629,990. The base price for your average Rowan here, without any lot premiums or structural or design options added to the top of it, is $581,990. Okay, so doing some of these different structural options that we've been talking about throughout the video is going to add to that price. So just sort of be aware of that. It's probably going to be something more like this $629,990 by the time you're all said and done. Now, if you did get that base price version of the home, you would not have this bathroom right here, which, as you can see, does feature dual vanities. But you would have the other one, which we will see in a moment. Now, when it comes to that other bathroom that's up here, one of the other options that you can have is to turn that into a Jack and Jill, which connects 2 of the secondary bedrooms together. Maybe you want that, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't want the kids to have access to one another's rooms that easily. That's up to you. But you do have that option for the upstairs here. And that attic is located right up there. Now, I want to pivot for just 1 second here and talk a little bit about the school system here. So if you're not familiar, the retreat at Norman Farm is zoned for Burris Elementary, as well as Knox Doss Middle School and Beach Senior High School. Since we are in Sumner County, you also have access to Merrill Hyde Magnet School, which is one of the top-rated schools in all of Tennessee. Very good test scores out of that school, highly sought after. Now, real quick, this is the bathroom right here that under different circumstances could be a Jack and Jill that connects the bedroom that we were just in to the one that we are about to go in right now, or in a second after we check out this linen closet. But anyways, back to schools. So you do have the option of Merrill Hyde Magnet School. You do have to test into that, and there's about 40 spots per class for students here. We also have a wealth of opportunities for those of you who are doing homeschooling in this area, as well as private schools. We have Hendersonville Christian Academy, as well as Pope John Paul II, which is an 8 through 12 school there, and a Montessori in Hendersonville as well. Lots of options when it comes to education. Well, on that note, If you guys are interested in going through the new construction process, I mentioned this earlier, you can download my free guide, which is Nashville New Builds, 5 Costly Mistakes All Buyers Should Avoid. Scan that QR code or go click down in the top link in the description and you can get it right there. My name is Darren A. Wilson. I'm a realtor here in the greater Nashville, Tennessee area. If there's anything you guys need, you can reach out to me right here. Be happy to help. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel. And you see that right there? That is one of the realities of living in a new construction neighborhood. You're going to have construction going on around you, probably for a little while after you move into the home, so just be aware of that. If you guys want to watch another video, you can check out this home tour that I did of a resale right here at the Retreat at Norman Farm in Hendersonville, Tennessee. The Beer Stop. See you later.